Oh, look what's coming up. A, an, the. These are articles. An article is a word that comes before a noun or at times before an adjective too. Articles are used to point out the people or things. There are two kinds of articles, indefinite articles and definite articles. Indefinite articles. There are two indefinite articles, a and an, and there's just one definite article, the. Indefinite articles. A and an are indefinite articles. They are used when we are not talking about any person or thing in particular. That means we use them for general things. They are used with singular countable nouns. I repeat, with singular countable nouns. So that means they are used for those nouns which are singular and we can count them. Let us take a few examples here. He wants to be a writer. Here, this word writer, it is singular and we can count. So, we have used this article a over here. Mike is an artist. Again, this noun artist is singular and is countable. That is why we have used an over here. A is used before words that begin with a consonant sound. We go by the sound and not the letter. Let us take an example here. For example, a busy person. Look at the picture here. He's so busy. A busy person. This word busy is starting with which sound? Yes, it is a consonant sound. B. That is why we've used the article a over here. Let us take another example. A university. Though this word university is starting with U, which is a vowel. But what is the sound? The sound of this word, the letter with which it starts is U, but the sound is Y. So, Y is not a vowel sound. That is why we have used the article A with university. It has the sound of a consonant. An is used before words that begin with a vowel sound. So again, we have to go by the sound and not the letter. Let us take a few examples for this too. An engineer. So here, this word engineer, it is starting with a vowel sound. That is why we are going to use the article an with it. An honest person. So here this word, though it is starting with H, but the sound is honest. H is silent over here. That is why, since the word is starting with a vowel sound, we are going to use an with this word honest. An MBA. Listen carefully. MBA. A. So this is a vowel sound. Again, it will use an as an article with it. These words have a vowel sound, and that is why we are using an and not a as the article here. Definite article. That means to particularize. And there's just one definite article, that is the. It is used when we refer to specific or particular things. So we cannot use it in general. This article will only be used for specific or particular things. It is used with both singular and plural and with countable and uncountable nouns. That means whether the noun before which we are using it is singular or plural, it does not matter. Whether it is countable or uncountable, even that does not matter. What matters is that this article can only be used with particular cases. It is used when we refer to specific or particular things. For example, look at the house there. Here in this sentence, we are talking about a particular house and not in general. So that is why we have used this article the with house over here, because it is a particular specific house. We use the when we mention something again. That means once we've already talked about something and again we are talking about that same thing. So second time we are going to use the, because second time it's become specific now, particular. Let us take an example here. I have a bike. First time I have used the article a because we are just talking about any one bike in general. The bike was gifted to me by my uncle. So here we are again talking about that same bike. So second time we are going to use the article the, because in the second sentence this bike is now specific, particular. The is used before superlative degree. Superlative degree means the highest degree. If you remember, we have already discussed degrees of comparison, and there are three degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative degree. This article the is always used with superlative degree. Let us have a look to an example now. This is the best book I have ever read. Best word over here is superlative degree. So that is why we have to use the before it. The is used before the names of unique things. Unique means something which is unique in its kind. For example, the Red Fort, isn't it unique? Rivers. So the is used before the names of rivers. For example, the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Nile. Seas, the Arabian Sea. So we use the before the names of seas also. Oceans, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. So we have to use the before the names of oceans also. Mountain ranges, mind it, we use the before the names of mountain ranges. For example, the Himalayas. But we cannot use the before the names of mountain peaks. For example, we cannot write the Mount Everest. That's wrong, because we use the only before mountain ranges and not before mountain peaks. Famous buildings. You can have a look here. There is a famous building here. Yes, it is the Taj Mahal. Holy books. So we use the before the names of holy books. For example, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, the Guru Granth Sahib. We always use the before names of holy books. The is used before the names of newspapers. For example, the Hindustan Times. Before the names of ships and even trains. For example, the Shatabdi Express. Before the names of countries, not all countries, only those countries which indicate that the country is made up of many parts. For example, the USA. Before nationalities, for example, the Americans, the Indians, etc. Before religious communities, for example, the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Muslims, etc. The is used before a common noun to represent a whole class together. For example, this word tiger, it is a common noun. But if we are talking about all the tigers, this word tiger represents all the tigers in general, all together, then it becomes specific. So whenever we use a common noun to represent the whole class together, then we use the before the common noun. For example, look at the sentence given here. The tiger is a cruel animal. Yes, tigers are cruel, and here this common noun tiger is representing complete class of tigers together. So we have used the article the here. Let us take another example. The dog is a faithful animal. Again, this common noun dog is using the because it is representing complete class of dogs together. The is used before directions and common nouns that are unique. Talking about directions first, the south, the north, the east, and the west, they are all directions. That is why we use the before them. And common nouns that are unique. For example, earth. Earth is unique. That is why we use the before it. The moon, the sun, and all other unique things. We also use the with some words like the first, the last, the only, the next, etc. There are many areas where we do not use articles. And let us now learn where we are not going to use articles. To start with, proper nouns. We do not use articles before any proper name. For example, Rita. Rita is somebody's name. So we will not write the Rita or the Sam. No, we cannot use articles before proper nouns. But when we compare someone with someone else, then we use the before proper nouns too. Let us take an example. I know it's getting complicated. For example, Rohit is the MS Dhoni of his team. Here, the first proper noun is Rohit. We have not used any article here with it. But the next one, that is MS Dhoni. MS Dhoni is a famous cricketer. We all know about him. Here, we've used the article the with MS Dhoni because here we are comparing Rohit with MS Dhoni, and in this sentence we are trying to talk about Rohit, saying that he is the MS Dhoni of his team. So we are comparing Rohit and MS Dhoni. That is why we've used the before MS Dhoni. We do not use the before anyone's name, but when we are comparing someone with someone else, then yes, we do use the before that name. We do not use articles with abstract or material nouns unless and until we particularize it. That means we do not use articles before any abstract or material noun. But in case we are talking about some particular material noun, then yes, we will use an article before that. Let us take an example for this. The wood used for making this table is of good quality. So here we are talking about particular wood. That is, the wood used for making this table. So here we are particularizing this wood. That is why we are going to use the article the over here. We do not use articles with names of games. So we will not say the cricket or the football. No, we do not use articles before them. Languages or branches of knowledge. So we do not say the English or the Hindi. We cannot use articles before names of languages or branches of knowledge. We do not use articles before names of meals. For example, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Names of diseases. We do not particularize diseases too. We do not use articles before names of diseases. So if we are going to talk about some disease, we are just going to use that disease name and not any article before it. For example, she's suffering from malaria. Names of days, months, seasons, etc. For example, July is just July. We do not read it as the July, or Monday is just Monday. It's not the Monday. Okay, so we do not use the before names of games, names of languages, names of meals, diseases, days, months, seasons, and for abstract or material nouns, we only use it in case we are talking about something particular. I'm sure by now you all know what are articles and what are the kinds of articles. And I've told you so many rules to remember, I'm sure you are all confused. So time to revise. I have a mind map here for everybody. Let us have a look. So articles can be divided into two kinds, that is indefinite articles and definite article. First one, indefinite articles. There are two indefinite articles, a and an. A is used before words that begin with a consonant sound. An is used before words that begin with a vowel sound. They are used with singular, countable nouns. Please be sure about it. Singular, countable nouns only. Now, definite article. There is just one definite article, that is the. The is used to point to a particular person, thing, or place. It can be used with countable and uncountable nouns. There's no problem here. It is used with both singular and plural nouns. So that means the is very flexible. We can use it the way we wish to. But there are so many rules to remember for this. I am sure in this video you've been able to learn where we are going to use it and where we are going to omit it.